Hi everybody, today I am going to be working on this white on white beautiful Christmas card, and I don't know if you can see all the layers. To do white on white you want texture and layers, which will add more texture. I'm also using Wink of Stella to add another dimension to this card. So to make this card, of course, I'm going to be using my Sizzix. I have 3 Christmas tree or evergreen tree die cuts, washi tape. I have the Doris snowflake embossing folder. I have Scotch pop-up foam squares. These are a little bit less of a pop-up and a little more flexible than the Scotch foam tape. I am using Recollections cards and envelopes. They're already pre-cut, pre-folded. I'm using Wink of Stella, and this is in clear. And just a note that I found out the hard way, the silver and the gold, the liquid is that color as well as having glitter in it. I thought it was just gold glitter and silver glitter, and it's not. So just to be forewarned. Using my Cricut weeder, using AdTech Crafters tape, and I'm using Nina's Bright White 65-pound construction cardstock. So to get started, we're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is a 1/4 inch smaller in width and in height than our card that we're using, and we're going to put it in our embossing folder and run it through the Sizzix. Now your Sizzix has 2 different settings for embossing versus cutting, so you want to make sure you're on the right setting with that, and it's just how the board book that comes with it is set. Then we're also going to take our tree die cuts, and I use washi tape to tape them down, because if by any chance they do not cut through the first time, I can cut through them again. And I'm staggering them, as you can see, so that I use less paper, and that way I have more paper left for other crafting. And this again is the Nina Bright Whites. I use washi tape because it pretty much comes off without tearing your paper. It's a very soft tape. You could use a painter's tape possibly. And there's other makers out there with other kinds of tapes, excuse me. So we'll send that through the Sizzix also. So I already pre-cut and pre-ran things through the Sizzix. And here is the background sheet that I ran through for the snowflakes. And we'll move our card aside for now. So we're going to take the tallest tree. We're going to use the pop-up foam squares. I'm not sure where to get these. I would imagine a craft store might have them. I bought these ages ago, and comes with 324 squares. So they last quite a while. And I'm going to go on the wrong side of my tree. Or you could use this side to, like, if you noticed on my original card, some pieces were kind of popped up. You could use this side up and pop some of those up and out if you want to give it a little more texture. That is totally up to you how you want to do that. I would recommend that you pop them up before you put them down. I'm going to put some squares on here to hold this down. I want it kind of floating away from the base because you want that depth and texture to come out. The static is just something in the winter, isn't it? And so I'm going to place this one just right here. I'm going to take my second tallest tree and I'm going to do the same thing. And I pre-cut all this because it does take a while to get this tree out of the die. And it does take a while to go to the Sizzix, and I wanted to make this a short video that is easy to follow. And you can always pause it if you need to while you go do your die cutting. We're going to put the second tree right just a little bit behind. Make sure I'm in frame here. And a little bit higher than our highest tree or biggest tree. We're going to take our smallest tree here. I'm going to cut this one in half. I want to give a little more support to the upper part of this tree. All right, we'll take those pieces off. We're going to put this one in between the two, up just a hair from the first one. And there you have your three trees together. Now, to make them pop a little bit, which I don't know if this will show up on camera too much, it's just a very, very low sheen, but if it catches the light, it's gorgeous. Okay, and when these come, you will have to remove a spacer here, and then you will put them all the way down, which will pop the Stella, Winka Stella in there. And you will gently squeeze here like you do with the watercolor pens to release the liquid and the glittery stuff here. So we're just going to go over each of the trees with that little bit of sheen to give it another level. Make them stand out just a bit when the card goes in the mail. I'm going to have to replace, I've used this Winka Stella quite a bit on albums and flowers to bring out their beauty. It just gives a little extra punctuation to do that. So okay, and if you think you need another coat, you can do that after the first coat dries. It gives a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to hold it up closer to the camera and see if the light will catch it for you so that you can see that. Okay, then we're going to take our card, make sure we have it opening the right way, flip this over once the Winka Stella is dry, take our AdTech adhesive tape or any adhesive that you want to use, and we're going to go all the way around the very edges, because with the folder impression, you don't want your snowflakes to be mashed down. So you want to make sure you have a heavy enough adhesive. Then we're going to make sure we have 1/8 of an inch of border around the card. It looks like I didn't get it cut quite right. I don't know what happened there, but anywho, there's our card. You can stamp a sentiment inside if you like, or you can just write a note inside, and that is it. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, I hope you will hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Happy crafting, everyone.